Hello, ladies. How are you guys doing? Welcome to a Queens Roundtable. Yes, honey, you are here. You have made it. The fact that you're even here right now is showing that you are making the time to invest in yourself, and I want to take the time to applaud you for that, okay? I want to make the time to make sure that you know that this is super important and that you are actually making the time and the investment for yourself. And that is a huge part of self-care, of building the business of your dreams, of being the entrepreneur that you want and need to become, and being the woman, ultimately the woman that you are being called to be. So, like I said again, welcome to a Queen's Roundtable, and I want to congratulate you. So, you're probably wondering, like, who are you to be congratulating me? What's going on? So, let me introduce myself. My name is Keisha Montfleury, and I am a confidence coach for girls, and I'm a local entrepreneur. And what that means is I host interactive workshops and provide resources for our girls ages 5 to 11 that supports them in having a healthy confidence so that she is not giving into negative behaviors such as self-harm and bullying. This is super important to me because I myself came out of an unhealthy relationship that stemmed from having a low self esteem. And it wasn't until one day, while staring at my daughter stare at herself, that I decided to ask her, "What do you see when you look in there?" She turned and she pointed to me. And I was not proud of the woman that she was pointing at. That is when I decided to make it my life's mission, my purpose, to encourage not only myself, not only my children, but to make it a point to encourage girls worldwide to be able to give them the skills, plant the seeds of encouragement in them, so that they are not making those same decisions that I made. To give them the tools, the knowledge, and the strategies to thrive as individuals. That's my purpose, and that's my passion. But let me tell y'all something. If you're a new entrepreneur, you're a local entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur, how small business owner, however you want to call it, you know that yes, you have this passion, yes, you have this purpose, but we all know behind the scenes how that can go. Okay? So, I know that I stepped out in faith to do what I believe that God has called me to do, and you're probably contemplating that, or you're probably in the midst of it also. I'm here to tell you, girl, you are not by yourself. This is a journey, and we're going to figure this thing out together. So, are you ready? All right, here it goes. So, my session today that I am going to share with you guys is called Brave Confidence. Because, like I said, just being a local entrepreneur, you think that your passion, everybody's going to get what you have to say, right? Everybody's going to have that same passion and that drive. Who does not want to support our young girls and making sure that they have the skills that they need to become the most healthiest, confident version of themselves? Who doesn't want that, right? But we have to keep in mind that we have to have strategies behind that. We have to go deep into what we're wanting to do, and to do it in such a way, like I said, we got to strategize the things that we have going on. So, in this brave confidence session that we have going on right now, I want to make sure that I'm bringing you tips and tools, and be able to encourage you as the whole woman, because you are not only an entrepreneur, you are not only a small business owner, you're a full grown woman. We have things that we're needing to do, responsibilities that we have to be able to take care of, so that we're able to be successful in all areas of our lives. So if you have children, even if you don't have children, you're married, you're single, whatever the case may be, you are going to be juggling different responsibilities in your life. And I am here just to encourage you, to let you know that you're very capable of doing that. And like I said, I'm a local entrepreneur. I am the new entrepreneur, and I am figuring these things out. And I'm like, if I'm going through what I'm going through and trying to figure this out, and people have not made the time to share this aspect of entrepreneurship, I want to make sure that I'm getting these out to my sisters, man. We need to make sure that we are encouraging each other, and that we're giving back to each other, okay? So, during Brave Confidence, there are three things that I want to make sure that you know. Okay, are we ready? All right, make sure you get that pen and paper, write these notes down, okay? So, I want you to know that number one is that you have a purpose. We all have gifts, talents, skills that we're supposed to be sharing with the world. You have a purpose, and that's why you're here, right? Part of your purpose, part of you wanting to be an entrepreneur, walking into your entrepreneurial journey, being a small business owner is because you have a passion about something that only you can produce and do in the way that you can. So I want to encourage you to stay on task with what that is. So like I said, we have a purpose, we have gifts, talents, and skills that we're supposed to be sharing with the world. And I know that you are making the first step to do that. Second is that self-care does matter. Ladies, we have to make sure that we're taking the time to care for ourselves in a certain way. Okay. I know that we see all different things on social media. And when I see self-care, I see it getting your nails done, getting your feet done, getting your massages. Yes, that is a part of taking care of yourself, especially if you need that. But I want to challenge us to go a little bit deeper and really think about what self-care means to us and what we can do to make sure that we are caring for ourselves in a different way. And I have a cool definition for self-care that when I say self-care, this is what I mean, okay? But I'll share that a little bit further on. Number three is that it is important that we take the time to invest in ourselves. And like I said earlier, guess what? You here, so I know that you're doing that, girl. So yes, so the three things are, number one is that you have a purpose. Number two is that self-care does matter. And then number three is that it is important that we take the time to invest in ourselves. So like I said, you wrote those three things down. Let's get into it. Okay, so do you know I got to pull up some information because as I was thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or opening a small business. There are certain things that you have to do in order to make sure that you stay motivated. And there's a wealth of information out there for us, but I think that sometimes it can get overwhelming. But on the journey of figuring out how I'm going to make this next step, I came across reasons why women, people in general, not just women, but why we are not doing the things that we're called to do. Here we go. There's 12 of them that I wrote down. It was a long list, but there's 12 of them that I wrote down that I want to share with you guys. Okay? Ready? Number one is that this is why people don't start their own business or don't go into entrepreneurship. Number one is fear of failure. Number two is no exposure to entrepreneurship. Number three is inadequate resources to start a business. Number four, they don't want to worry about the stress of entrepreneurship. Number five is they have a passion for their jobs. Number six is a lifestyle choice. Number seven, view starting business as tough or hard work. Number eight, poor view of people with money. Number nine, no idea of what business to start. Number 10, fear of selling. Number 11, need the security of a paycheck. And number 12, not driven to succeed. I want to let you know right now, ladies, that you have beat the statistics. Fear of failure, you already took the first step. You being here is letting me know that there's a shift that's happening in your mind, and you already are curious to see where you can go in your entrepreneurial journey, right? Inadequate resources to start a business, the same thing. You were here. So there's many different ways that you can go about to get the information that you're needing in order to have support for what you're needing to do. Okay. Number three, no exposure to entrepreneurship. Come on now. Like I said, you're here. So we knocked three things down altogether. So like I said, you have beat the statistics and you are not letting fear stop you from moving forward. And I, like I said, congratulate you for that. So let's move on. Okay. All right. So remember those three things that we talked about? We talked about purpose, we talked about self-care, and we are going to be talking about investment. So purpose, self-care, and investment. And the first thing that I want to really dig into is purpose. I want to let you know, girl, that you have a purpose. If no one has ever told you that, if you have not heard that or even heard that word or even thought that it pertained to you, I want to let you know right now, if you're hearing from me from the first time, you have a purpose on this earth. And I don't want you to think of purpose as, oh, I got to go speak. Oh, I got to go, make all this money to do, to go travel the country. Listen, your purpose can be as simple as being that stay-at-home mom that is supposed to be being there for her children. Your purpose can be doing artwork for children in the hospitals. It can be every look. I can go on and on with the list of what your purpose can be. So don't get caught up in the things that you're seeing out there, social media, different things. You focus on what your purpose is. Your purpose might be just to write that book so that you can have leave a legacy for your children, or leave something for your children to be able to glean on. That can be, it can be a lot of different things, okay? So first, if you're probably wondering like, well, I don't know, I haven't even thought about what my purpose is. Girl, I'm here to help you, okay? So these are some things that I want you to think about when you are thinking about your purpose. We all have gifts. We all have talents. We all have skills, okay? So we have gifts, we have talents, and we have skills. And for me, I break those things down into, like I said, into the gifts, the talents, and the skills. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes, guys. So your gift is something that comes natural to you. It's something that is innate in you. It's something, to me, the best way to describe it is that you have been born with it. It's something that comes so natural to you, and that no one, not that no one else, but that is maybe hard for other people to do. But it's something that comes natural to you and that you were born with and that you were supposed to be using, right? Another way that I put it is, I think about, we're born with this gift, right? So it's your God-given gift. You were born with this gift. So think about if you gave a gift to somebody. This is God giving you your gift, and you give a gift to somebody and somebody does not use it, does not open it. Wouldn't you be offended? So that's the best way that I put it, girl. Like, if God gave you a gift, why are you sitting on it? Why are you not using it? It's kind of offensive, So just be very careful with that, and to know that you have a gift. There's something that you were born with that you are supposed to be sharing with the world, okay? So a talent is something that you are naturally good at. That does not mean that you don't have to take courses or classes to be able to hone in on it. I think about something like playing the piano. I think about something, playing an instrument, writing. That's something that comes natural to me, is the writing. But I still have to make sure that I'm making the time to educate myself, to make sure that I am being the best writer that I can be, to use my gift accordingly, right? And then the last thing is a skill. And a skill is the thing that I think about when we are interviewing for a job, or you're putting down different things for a job. So you want to think about, are you good at people, conversational skills? Are you good at different things like that? Organizational skills. So like I said, we want to think about our gifts, want to think about our talents, and we want to think about our skills. And when we put that together, here's a few questions that I want you to think about. A gift is something that comes natural to you. What is yours? What natural talents do you have that others lack? What skills do you have that separates you from everyone else? What sparks your interest? What activities do you do that can make you forget to eat or go to the bathroom, girl? Think about those things. Go ahead and watch this over. And then at the end, I do have some information so that you are able to have these questions so you can ponder upon them. But I want you to really think about those things, because it's not going to be an easy journey to figure out what the purpose is. But I do want you to know that it's very possible, and the journey that you are going to be taking to do that we are here for you. Okay. So I want you to really think about that. I want you to think about, to write down these questions and to really answer them. And you don't have to hurry up and rush and answer them. Just meditate on them. And when you get, inkling in your spirit about it, then just go ahead and write it down and see what happens as you're answering these questions. Okay. So that is what we're talking about when we talk about purpose. The next thing that I want to talk about is self-care. Okay. We see this a lot. We hear about this a lot. And I even get overwhelmed with I was overwhelmed for a minute for what self-care is. I felt, like I said, that self-care was going to go get my nails done, going to go get my hair done, going to go get my feet done, going to go get a massage. And all those things are very necessary. Just as a woman, we have to be taking care of ourselves in this way. But I want to let you know that there's a deeper rooted, what do you call it? Definition for self-care that I think about. When I think about self-care, and I pulled it up, self-care said the act of being proactive and protecting one's own well-being. I'm going to say that again. The act of being proactive and protecting one's own well-being. And I think it even went on to say, especially in times of stress. But I don't even want to be bringing that word up, because I want our mindset to stay shifted, to stay connected to what self-care means for us. So when you are protecting your own well-being, girl, that is powerful. That is super powerful. We have to make the time to protect. The fact that that definition really stuck out to me, because like I said, we have to make the time to protect ourselves. We have to make time to protect what belongs to us. And a part of protecting that is making sure that we're practicing self-care. And when I want to challenge you to think about, what are you needing in order to be rejuvenated? What are you needing in order to be the best version of yourself? Like I said earlier, we have so many hats to wear. We have so many roles. If you're an employer, you're an entrepreneur, you're a mom, you're a wife, you're a friend, you're a sister, you're a mentor, whatever hats that you're wearing, I'm letting you know that you're going to have to make the time to care for yourself. You're going to have to practice self-care. That was another thing. Practice. So it doesn't just happen once or twice. Go get your nails done and feet done, you feel good. No, you're going to have to practice these things. So I want you to think about different ways that you're able to do this. One thing that I can say for myself is that I have to take a nap. I have to take a nap. I got to take a nap. And I used to fight and wrestle with taking a nap, because I'm thinking, like, I am not in kindergarten. It's not that serious. This is embarrassing. But when I really, really started thinking about self-care and really embraced the fact that I need a nap to make it throughout, when I get up, I feel rejuvenated. So I'm telling you, that is super important for me. What are some things that you are needing to do for yourself? Let me give you some tips, okay? Let me give you some ideas, actually, not tips. Let me give you some ideas. When I think about self-care also, self-care does go into making sure that you're caring for yourself, and then making sure that you are caring for other people in your lives too. And you can only do that when you are caring for yourself in a certain way, okay? So here's some ideas. These are 10 simple ways that you can practice self-care. Remember, get that pen and that paper out, and we're going to start jotting some notes, okay? So number 1 is to eat healthy and mindfully. That's so different from going out, eating fast food and all that different stuff. I'm not I'm not judging anybody. I know that there's some things within myself that I had to take care of, but I notice now that I'm cooking more, I'm doing more things at home. Eating fast food is not even an option for me at this point because the food tastes differently. Because when you're making it homemade or you're making the time to really cook your food, it looks different. I'm telling you. So, number one is to eat healthily and mindfully. Okay. Number two is to keep track of your accomplishments. Okay. It's so easy to get into the day to day. And then at the end of the day, you're like, dang, I didn't get nothing done. I didn't do anything I said I was going to do. You may not have got through everything on that list, but I'm pretty sure that you did get a few things done. Some things may have taken longer than others. So give yourself credit. At night before you go to bed, write down a few things that you did accomplish for that day so that you can, like I said, give yourself the credit for the things that you did do. Okay. Number three is to express gratitude. And this could be something as simple, you guys. Lately, I am just so grateful that I'm able to have a home for me and my children. That's things that we take for granted. And I want to make sure that you guys are making intentional ways to be able to express gratitude in the way that you're needing. You see that I'm wearing glasses? There was one point where my eyes were hurting so bad that I thought I was going blind. I was like super paranoid. But when I went to the doctor, everything was okay. I'm wearing my glasses. I have a different look on eyesight. So I am so blessed to be able to see. I am so blessed to be able to see. Okay, you guys? So it can be something as simple as that or that we're taking for granted. Okay. Number four is to gift your inner child. Just relax sometimes. It's not that serious. I know adulting has its, perks and has its downs or whatever, but sometimes just relax. That's what, like I said, this is all things that I've had to do for myself. So if there's no judgment, I'm just sharing these things with you guys, okay? Number five is to create a cozy space for yourself. Right now, it's raining outside. I'm grateful and able to be able to have an opportunity to be able to be home today and to be here sharing these things with you guys. And I just want to be able to embrace the space that I'm in, okay? Read a book. Number six is read a book. Read a book. Come on. That knowledge is power, guys. And it doesn't have to be something so inspirational, so hard. You can just challenge yourself to start reading again, get into the habit of reading. Move around. Your endorphins goes up when you're moving around. Unplugging is a good way. That goes back to like creating a cozy space for yourself. Number nine is create something. We all have these creative juices. Some of us draw, some of us write, poetry, stories, whatever the case. There's so many things that you ladies can be doing. And then number 10 is to build a self-care kit. There are ways that you guys are able to make sure that you have things around you so that when you're feeling a little bit stressed, when you're feeling like you can't handle things, then you can do a puzzle, maybe have it by your bed, read a book, just different ways. Have a humidifier by you, just some oils maybe that smells good around around your bed, so that you're able to just have a calm have ways to be able to de-stress, okay? So, like I said, those were 10 ways that you guys are able to practice self-care. And it's going to look different for you than it's going to look different from everybody else. So don't judge yourself. Just see what you're needing to do in order to practice that self-care. And just another reminder that not probably, more than likely going to change as you're changing, as you're evolving. You're going to have different needs. You're going to have different ways that you are going to be needing to be supportive for yourself, okay? So that is self-care. So I want you to really dig in and take the time to make a self-care plan for yourself so that you're able to practice these things, okay? And then last but not least, guys, is investment. Like I said, I want to congratulate you guys for making it, for being here, because it's showing that you are making the time to invest in yourself. And that's super important, not only as an entrepreneur, not only as a business owner, not only as a queen, guys, but we have to be very, very mindful, very, very intentional about making the time to invest in ourselves. Okay? So, like I said, I want to read it specifically from the notes that I have because I don't want to miss anything. So, you have already taken the first step to invest in yourself. This is a big step. The good thing is that we know that you're very capable of making good choices. But I want to warn you that you will always need to be in a state of learning new things and never get comfortable where you are. Not in a threatening way. I'm not saying that in a threatening way, but I'm saying it in a way that we always need to be growing for ourselves and for others around us. Ladies, we always need to be growing. We always need to be in a state, like I said, of investing in ourselves. And this is super important. And the fact that you are making the first step to do that is such a blessing and such an inspiration. And like I said, I want to applaud you for that. So, with that being said, let me go back. Yes. So, like I said, remember we talked about purpose. You have one. You have a purpose. We talked about self-care, creating a self-care plan and see what that means for you. Remember, it's protecting one's own well-being, protecting and making the investment in your own well-being, practicing what you're needing to be able to be the best version of yourself. And then number 3 is investment. You have already made that first step to invest in yourself. Okay, so that is it, guys. That's all I have for you, ladies. I do want to encourage you. I do have a free. Let me see what I called it, you guys. A free free self. It's a free download, basically, you guys. It's a free download. And what the download is everything that we talked about for you guys to be able to answer these questions for yourself and really dig into Brave Confidence, okay? So you can check that out. And it looks something like this. And it looks something like this. Like I said, it's called Brave Confidence, and it is a way for you ladies for us to be able to make sure that we are doing the keys that we talked about. And then if you want to connect with me on a one-on-one session, I do those Brave Confidence one-on-one sessions. You're always welcome to reach out to me also. I am on Instagram and on Facebook at Abundantly Authentic. You can check out my website at KeishaMontfleury.com. That's KeishaMontFleury.com. And then I have 3 books that I have. Remember, I'm a confidence coach for girls, so I have plenty of resources and information for our young girls to be able to practice these skills so that as they're getting older, then they'll pay it forward and teach these things to girls their ages. So please, 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 I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you found this information valuable. Check this out. Download that free downloadable mini questionnaire that I have for you called Brave Confidence. And you are always welcome to check me out on social media or my website to reach out to me, okay? Well, it was nice speaking with you, Queen. Have a blessed day. Bye.